All right, thank you very much, Bridget, and good morning to you all at home. It is 8 o'clock right now as we take a closer look at today's top stories, and there are 7 hours remaining before the polls will close on the most important vote in Scottish history. 97% of residents have registered to cast ballots in the country's referendum on independence. The result is expected to be close, with many last-minute polls suggesting a slight victory for the No campaign. Scotland has been part of the United Kingdom since 1707. If the yes vote does succeed, many questions would still need to be answered on subjects involving things like currency and the military. The results are expected to arrive tomorrow morning. Well, here at home, charges have been laid in a home invasion that cops are calling a case of mistaken identity. On June 2nd, 3 men forced their way into a home at 113th Street and 136th Avenue. A man was shot while another woman was hurt trying to escape. The victim is recovering but is expected to need long-term medical care. Police have now charged Stephen Christopher Paul with numerous weapons-related offenses. They're also still looking for 2 other suspects.
We're hoping that in addition to the witnesses that we've already identified and that have come forward to assist the police, that there are other witnesses out there. Somebody else knows about this and knows who was involved.
Police believe the victims were targeted by mistake, as neither have been linked to any criminal activity. Well, sugar may be the least worrisome ingredient in a batch of seized baked goods. Police executing a pair of search warrants on 2 West End locations. That investigation turning up over $300,000 worth of drugs and cash. Cops say the marijuana, hash, and mushrooms are actually being infused into a variety of baked goods. Products were then put on the shelves and sold at a West End business. Police say that to the unsuspecting eye, it all looked like a common bakery.
The worst part of this is the fact that this is catered to kids and young people. This looks no different than gummy bears, chocolates, squares, treats, whatever. So any young person would grab it and think it's just another square.
47-year-old Mitchell Scott Ennis has been charged with 7 counts of possession for the purpose of trafficking, along with several other related offenses. Police say alcohol was a factor in a collision yesterday morning that killed a pedestrian on the city's south end. A 25-year-old man hit along a ramp to Gateway Boulevard near 23rd Avenue just before 2 a.m. It's not entirely clear why the man was walking on the ramp. He was declared dead on scene. Police have now charged a 29-year-old woman with impaired driving causing death. However, a publication ban prevents her from being named publicly. This is the 8th pedestrian fatality in our city this year. Macaulay residents will have to look elsewhere for help in trying to keep an unwelcome neighbor from moving in.
The board did not assume jurisdiction on this matter.
All right, other questions?
The Subdivision and Development Appeal Board declined to hear a complaint about a new body rub parlor. That's because the complainant, Nicholas Hermansen, lives more than 60 meters away from the proposed business. Neighbors went to the appeal board concerned about the proximity that existed between the new massage parlor and Victoria School.
There are hundreds of students that are directly adjacent to that. It appears our city wants to put body rub parlors right by one of our most vital schools in the downtown core area.
To have a room full of people and to have it all dismissed simply because the person leading this appeal didn't live within the 6 blocks, the 60 meters, it's very, very discouraging.
Residents had previously pushed for council to adopt a 300-meter separation. A plan failed to gain any traction. Well, one of Edmonton's burgeoning corridors could soon get a facelift. The city unveiling 3 concept ideas for 104th Avenue between 111th Street and 123rd Street. Concept 1 includes mid-rise buildings and new street connections. The second alternative features taller buildings with a multi-use greenway and big box retail. Well, the final pitch suggests a pedestrian-focused district with low-rise offices. Well, it is a trip back in time about 65 million years or so. Yeah, here's your chance to see just who roamed the Alberta plains way back when. The Discovering Dinosaurs exhibit features over 250 never-before-seen specimens. U of A is home to one of the biggest dinosaur research programs and collections in the world. Paleontologists will be on site at the exhibit to explain the bones that are specific to our province.
Alberta's been known as one of the best places for dinosaurs since probably 1910. We in fact have a very strong collection of not just dinosaurs but other types of fossils as well over 50,000 specimens.
The exhibit will go extinct this January. Well, David Pelletier has found a new skating partner. The Edmonton Oilers announcing they have hired the Olympic champ as their skating coach. Since he retired from professional figure skating, the 39-year-old has worked as a power skating coach with several professional and junior athletes, as well as members of the Canadian women's hockey team. Maple Leafs and Canucks are among the other teams that have previously used similar coaches.